Welcome to the class of kings. So please welcome our seniors who performed really well in the past O-level batch, and here they are. So they're going to help you today by sharing their journey on how they managed to get great passes in O-levels, including great passes for history.
Today I want to share a little bit of my journey, especially with history, because if there is one thing I learned, it is that improvement is always possible. Back in grade 10, history was one of my weaker subjects, to be honest. My marks were usually in the 50s and it was never one of my favorite subjects. I found it difficult to remember facts, and math marking was something I struggled with the most. In almost every paper, there was a section where I lost marks, but everything started to change when I joined Sheriff Sir's class at the beginning of grade 11. Sir had a unique way of teaching. He didn't just teach lessons from a textbook. Sir was thorough with every topic he taught, and he explained even complex lessons using a simple tute, interesting stories, and even real-life examples, making the subject come alive in class. This made it easy to understand history. Gradually, history started becoming less of a burden and more of a subject that I could actually enjoy learning. One thing I really appreciated about the class was the way we practiced past paper questions after almost every lesson. It helped me identify my weak areas and gain confidence little by little. Sir taught us the structure of writing answers in the paper as well as what points were accurate with the question given. And the paper classes were especially useful because I was able to clear many doubts and improve on the parts I had missed before. I can honestly say that math marking, which was one of my biggest limitations, eventually became one of the easiest sections for me to score marks in. That taught me an important lesson. The areas you struggle with today can become your strengths tomorrow if you keep working on them. Apart from studies, I was also involved in many extracurricular activities in and out school. In November, I had the opportunity to represent Sri Lanka at an international guide camp, and in December, I participated in my school carols near to O-levels. So balancing academics with these activities was definitely challenging, especially with O-levels approaching. And there were times when I felt overwhelmed like everyone else. But however, I learned that success is not about giving up the things you love. It is about managing your time well and staying focused on your goals. When it was time to study, I made sure I gave it my fullest attention. So to all the juniors here today, my message is simple. Never let your current results define your future. A mark on a paper is only a snapshot of where you are right now, not where you can be. So work consistently, ask questions, learn from your mistakes, and most importantly, believe in yourself. If a student who struggled to get marks for history could eventually achieve an A pass and score 9 A's, then I truly believe that any one of you can achieve your goals too. You're in the right hands and you're never too late. Thank you.
I'm Raya from Methodist College. And first of all, it's a great pleasure and honor for me to stand here to talk about my journey. And I would like to sincerely thank Sheriff Sir for his dedication, guidance, patience, and continuous support throughout our O-level journey. I obtained 9 A passes, including A for history. And this would have not been possible without your commitment and encouragement, sir. So on behalf of all of us, thank you for believing in us and always pushing us to do our best. So I was not this person to study for like the whole 2 years. I worked in my last stage, and I did a lot of extracurricular activities at school, including badminton, debates, etc. And tournaments were until the end. And as Malia said, it was overwhelming to balance a lot of stuff, but I had my target to get 9 A's. And especially history, not gonna lie, I didn't like history at all because I don't like memorizing things. But Sir's class made history very interesting because it was always like listening to a story and then it automatically registers in your mind. So all you need to do is revise it again, remember the dates and those important facts. And I didn't make short notes. It was Sir's tunes that helped me to remember everything. And the technique I used to study was I always taught someone else. I pretended there was someone listening to me. So I tried that way and that was how I learned. All thanks to Sir.
Everyone, I am Tingunath Pravat Viravatta from 2025 O-level batch. I am from Royal Institute, Lockdown, my school, and my result is 8 A's and 1B. I got an A for history, and I joined Sharif Sir's class in 2024 March, and it really made a difference in me to get an A pass for history. And since childhood, one of my favorite subjects was history. I really liked history. Sharif Sir made the history more interesting, and at the end of the day, I got an A pass for history. And history was one of my easiest subjects in the school. I used to get like 80s, 85s for history, and I think and especially map marking. Though I was good at theory parts, but I wasn't good at map marking. I used to mess up that map marking thing, world map and Sri Lankan map. And Sharif Sir helped me to improve that thing. And in the exam, I got like 16 out of 18 places in the Sri Lankan map. Yeah. And thank you, sir, for everything.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to everyone here. I am Razina. I did my O-levels as a private candidate. I did 8 subjects and my result was 7 A's and 1 B. Definitely including an A for history, which I definitely would say I'm very, very grateful to Sharif Sir's help because I joined classes around 6 to 8 months before our O-level exam. I was definitely struggling with history. I did not have a proper teacher at school who taught history in a way that it was interesting. It became more interesting and in a way where I could sit and focus and listen and understand and work. So after I joined Sir's classes, the way Sir explained concepts, the way he made map marking easy, the way he made several questions, sometimes I did get like, oh my god, we have so much work. I used to complain, but still, I pushed myself and I made sure to do all what he said, all the questions, the papers, the late night sessions. Like sometimes we start class at 7:30, goes on till 11:15, where Sir's explaining, we're asking questions, clearing doubts. I didn't like talk much during Zoom meetings. Sometimes I just send like a chat reply. That was most of it, but still, despite that, behind the scenes, I made sure to keep on working. If I had doubts, I asked Sir and did everything. And Alhamdulillah, I'm really happy that I got 7 A's and 1 B in the end of the day. Mostly, I truly appreciate Sir's map marking seminar a lot. That was a very, very, very big help because when back at school, my teacher did not teach us map marking for history. Honestly, she didn't teach us map marking and she didn't make us practice or do anything, especially when it comes to map marking. That was an area I was very, very, very weak in. After joining Sir's map marking seminar, I actually found map marking interesting. I started practicing more and more. Endlessly, I've been working on map marking. And I'm so happy because when I saw the O-level paper, when I saw the list of places we had to mark on the map, I felt so happy. I know these places. I studied them with Sir. I remember Sir explaining how you figure out this place is here. This is how you mark it. This is how you mark that. That helped me a lot, especially map marking. That Sir's seminar was a lifesaver. And Sir's target papers, that was totally, oh my god, I was so happy. Because after doing Sir's target paper, I remember I think I got a 50 or a 60. I was a bit disappointed, like, okay, maybe I didn't do well enough. But then, Sir said, no, it's okay, that is fine. You can work on it and you can somehow get good marks for your target paper in the end of the day. And I kept working, and when I saw the O-level paper, I was smiling because these questions, we did it in class with Sir. In the target paper, we have done these questions. Sir did these lessons in the final seminar. I was like, oh my god, I know all of this because I just noticed those around me, they were confused. Okay, wait, did this come? Wait, I did not expect this to come. That's what their faces said. It was okay, Sir has thought this and I'm doing this. And when I did the paper, I was so happy. Like, I needed history. I was first scared, like, oh my god, first day of fasting, especially the Muslim students. It was our first day of Ramadan, and I was scared, like, okay, I'm fasting, and it's the first exam I'm doing while fasting. But Alhamdulillah, it was very easy. I'm really, really happy. Thank you so much, sir, for all your help.
Hi everybody, Dilbagni. I joined Sir's class last year in September and I wrote the exams in February, and then by September I had no clue about the O-level history syllabus. I only did Sri Lankan history until like grade 6, grade 7, and then I did not like history, especially the way that I learned it before. Nothing much of interest. But then I came to Sir's first day of the class was Chaldean Kingdom. At that point, listening to our history was like watching an Avengers movie because it was so interactive and a lot of details. Sir basically like goes into the past and like tries to find details about it that like makes us interested, like how the wars happened and about the characters that are in the whole history. And then with that, my interest was piqued. That's where everything started. And then along the way, when like you get into like different units which show us like how actually vibrant our history was, as in we were not just like, we weren't copy pasters, like we found our own inventions from the beginning. And then sadly it got to an end after colonizing and stuff. That's unfortunate. But when you sort of like choose to see that it was a vibrant history, you sort of get to appreciate it more, and then I think that will help with the exams, and as in like to like just take this as a form of enjoyment than a burden. I think that would help a lot. And then Sir actually does deliver that very well. As someone who used to hate history, I am still obsessed with history and looking for more facts, and if Sir could teach me more, I would still be taught. So, and besides that, Sir's plan is very, very organized, like the drive links and then how the classes work. And then I didn't get to be in the complete theory class for that long, but I was in the rapid revision, in which in a week Sir would finish a lesson, in 2 weeks Sir would finish a lesson. It was very rapid. And rapid, it was not rushed, but everything was up to detail, and like the key was like Sir would have the questions ready which we have to do, and then that would sort of concrete whatever we learned into our memory. And Sir has a very distinct, very organized way of answering to questions, so maximum marks guaranteed from that. And honestly, like Sir's plan was really good, and that helped a lot, like Sir's planning side of it. And everything was organized, everything was very, very much enjoyable. So thank you so much, Sir, for that.
So first of all, I have to thank Sir for giving us the support to work hard and also teaching us different methods to use like the mind maps and the tunes. Everything was really useful for us. As Amaya said, I also first hated the subject called history, as I did not understand anything which was taught by the teachers in school and all. And even I did not understand anything which was in the textbooks and all. During the beginning, I scored really less marks, like 40, 50 for history. And after that, my mother found this class, and she insisted me to join and see how it really goes on. She told me to join. I joined Sir's class. When the class was going on, I just started to feel like, yeah, history is not really difficult. It is a subject that we have to give some effort and we have to go through the things we do. As Sir's explanations was really important, because if you listen to what the Sir says and do the work properly, I think, yeah, we can get that A pass. The questions, the tunes, everything was really useful. I was really very scared to face Sir's exam because they were tough and also standard than the other exams I faced. So even the 2-day camp was really useful. Even the questions made, they really appeared in our O-level paper. So we were so confident and we were so happy, because it was just another piece of paper. When we go to the exam hall, we don't feel any stress because Sir has prepared us for everything. So I think if you follow what Sir says and upload the work what Sir gives on time and follow Sir's lead, you will definitely get that A pass. So, sir, thank you so much again for giving us this strength and the support.
My name is Sachin Jairaj. I am coming from Springfield College, Kandy. I joined SIRS classes on October. It's actually too late, but then I found SIRS class in October because my history marks were 60, I suppose, in the second term. And my mother got scared and was searching for classes, and one of my friends recommended this class. This class was very helpful, and till then I didn't know how to answer essay questions, like the topics and those three main topics for the six mark questions, and two main topics for the 5 marks questions. No one told me that. And map marking, I would just give up on the term test and all. I just mark random places. But then the seminars and SIRS map marking seminars were very helpful. And I think I got all correct on the world map as well as in the Sri Lankan map in the exam. I was very happy. By the way, the most important thing I did was paste the target map on my wall. That's the main thing I did for the Sri Lankan map and the world map. And yeah, the picture descriptions, everything was very helpful. And SIRS team, I special thanks to them also for marking and guiding me and giving me the proper instructions. Thanks to the seniors, and special thanks to sir. I got 6 A's and 3 C's, including A for history. Thank you, sir.